Hey 10K Golf family. First of all, I'm excited. Let's get into the gear. You see me? Yes. Finally got my 10K Golf pullover, which is very common in golf if you're not a golfer yet, to have a nice pullover, especially while you're in a cold weather place like Cleveland, Ohio, which is where I currently am visiting my family and having a strategic meeting with my team. I'm excited because although I'm in a cold place and I cannot practice outdoors, I did something really fun this week prior to coming here in Florida that I suggest for you. So one of the things that keeps me from practicing, or I shouldn't say keeps me, but prevents me from practicing regularly now, more so than when I competed in college again in university, is motivation to get to the course. Yes, once I get there, I'm in my happy place. I love hitting balls, I love being in the fresh air. I know what I want to work on because I know how I played the last time I played golf. But getting there is a tricky thing for me because it's a combination of, do I finish this work I'm working on, or do I take the time, maybe hour, 2 hours, to travel to the course and then practice, in a real way and then get back home. And so I was invited by a group called 1934. It's a new group for women here in Orlando. That's designed for beginners, but they had what they call a little golf session meetup at the driving range. And I went there for two reasons. One, to work on my game because I knew I needed to practice. And two, to meet more women, network. And that's really what was the motivation, right? Because I was kind of killing two birds with one stone, practice and networking to the target audience that I'm attracting for this golf app, but also just to engage with people who are in different spaces in golf. So when I got there, yes, did I practice 100%? I'll show you in this video. But I also met a young, I think she was a junior in college at UCF. She's the president of the student government, and she just started a golf program at school. And she came out also for networking purposes because she'll be graduating, and I think she's actually a senior, but she'll be graduating soon, and she wanted to engage, right? So having her there as a newbie, coming out, being the youngest person there, engaging with us was exciting for me to really be able to encourage her. And then I met someone who's retired or just got retired. She's a producer from Golf Channel, and now she kind of does her own thing on the side. And so that was cool because she's been playing golf for a long time, and she, like me, just needed the motivation to get out to the course in the middle of a day instead of supposed to sitting at home working on a computer all day. I also met a lady who is an empty nester. Her kids just left the home recently the last few years, and her husband golfs, and she just wants to be able to do something with her husband that they both can enjoy. So she's been taking lessons and wanting to get her game to a level where she feels confident to go out with her husband. So there are others, and the journey of all of them just reminded me that everybody's getting into golf for various reasons at different points in their lives. But the key to getting good enough is to practice, bottom line. And going to the course or coordinating golf outings with a friend is probably the best way. So even if you're in a cold place like I currently am, where maybe you can't go to the course itself, if you have a friend, it doesn't have to be an advanced golfer, but a friend, male or female, that you know is also interested in golf, set up a time with them this week to go and take a practice session, just 1 or 2 hours, where you guys can hit balls, spend some time together, chat and relax, but get some practice time in. And if you can, make it a regularly scheduled event, whether it's once a week, every other week, once a month. But it really does help to have that accountability partner that can get you out there practicing on a regular basis, especially if you don't have a motivation like a tournament coming up or outing coming up, which is what motivated me when I was competing. But now it's like, hey, I got to pay the bills, but I also want to work on my game. So having that accountability partner that can go with you to the driving range, even if it's a kid, if you have a child and they're learning golf, go out there with your child and make sure that while they're getting their practice in, if they're a golfer, you're also practicing so that you are also advancing as well. So that's my tip for you this week. I also want to announce I'll be launching a corporate leadership program for women in the coming weeks. I'll give you more details either through email and also through my next video. But this program will be it'll be a multi-week program designed to help you learn how to use golf for emotional regulation, strategic planning, and relationship building, and basically go over some of the things that you're learning in the app, but also give you more access to myself, an LPGA professional who has helped women over the last few decades learn golf for this very purpose. So I will give you some information, like I said, through email on how to sign up if you're interested. And then once the program is launched, because this is a pilot program, the first, I think I'm going to take maybe 12 women that sign up. We'll get to go through the pilot program, and then we'll go from there. So also, I do the same program for actual businesses. So if you have a company that you think could be interested, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, and I can set something up for them individually that I can do for the teams, whether it's a sales team or any type of B2B business, which is ideal for this type of program, because golf is something we do a lot. Companies always invest in golf outings and send people, but rarely do you see a team of women or a team with women, and that's what I hope to change. I want to see more of you out there with your colleagues playing in these events, because it's not just about playing in them, but it's about networking, your career building, getting access to opportunities. So make sure you reply to this email, or if you're watching me on YouTube, put a comment if you have more interest in that, and I'll be happy to tell you more and share more with you. All right, have a great week.